they come to Barclays. And since it's the week before Mania, I am expecting before Mania. I have high expectations because it's the week before Mania.
So something smackdown on your bunghole, bro.
SmackDown has to be good. Let me load the TV down.
Yes, eat my son. Eat.
How's everyone doing? We just went live.
Oh, we just went live?
Yeah. I just randomly started up because we were on the topic on Cody Rhodes.
Yo, by the way, okay, there's the link for it. I was about to say, send me the link. I got a few people who probably want to watch.
Bet. I know Scott's probably looking at the announcements like, you little... But hopefully he'll still get his viewers. Hopefully.
His 4 loyal viewers.
Yeah.
Are those bots I'm hearing?
Bots? Oliver.
Oh, I heard him.
Yep.
That's
Oliver Black, the future of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Are
you gonna turn into wrestling?
If he actually gets an interest in it, I will literally come back 30 years old and dog on these kids.
Wait, but what if it changes? What if there's no more cleans? Then what
if it's like it's like a keybind type of thing now?
Oh god, like animated?
Yeah.
God, nah, animated kind of like, I don't know. I feel like animated fell into obscurity. I haven't seen anything about it. It's weird.
Not only that, what if they had promos in like an actual live mic?
Oh my god, bro! You already know I'd be roasting these kids. You'd hear 30-year-old Adrian Black calling his kid a motherless person, and
no mercy.
Seriously, man. Gonna take the title from you like like child services took you from your mother.
Good lord.
Don't play with me, son.
Damn.
If I ever feud with Oliver for whatever reason, be like, be quiet, Oliver. Piped your mom last night.
He's like, so that's what that noise.
Dad, what does pipe mean? Nothing. Don't ask questions.
Exactly.
Stay in character.
And you know how Jay Blood takes Assassin out on a leash this last show?
Yeah.
He's like, come on, son, you just have him on a leash.
Bro, I don't even see I don't see like the Jay Blood assassin thing being like a come on, son. I see that like, you know, those like pride parades where they had people in like gimp suits and leashes. That's how I see it, bro. That's how I see it. That's literally how I see it. I see Jay Blood like leading Assassin to the ring. Come on, boy.
It's funny because I went to New Orleans and it was on Bourbon Street, right? I saw 2 people with leashes.
Nah.
New Orleans is on fucked up shit.
Bro, nah.
Never ever going back over there.
Be real with you, bro. That's a no from me.
What the fuck? A leash?
Yeah. She was one of those kinky girls, and then there was this boy like, come on.
Nah.
Bro, this would be me. Bro, this would be me if I walked into New Orleans and saw that.
Assassin was like, I'm not a furry. I'm not a fucking furry.
Assassin. Wait, who called him a furry?
Yo. How do we know you're not a furry though?
Bro, listen. All I'm saying is
he's in the chat.
I've been playing a lot of Witcher 3, alright? And as far as my Geralt of Rivia experience goes, you'd be slayed, bro. You a furry, you getting slayed. That's it. That's on Geralt, bro. That's on Geralt. You're getting slayed.
At least he didn't say bark. while sitting in the corner. What the fuck?
Woof woof.
I was trying to meme. I was like whispering to Jay, it's like push me out the apron, and then I sold it.
Bro,
I used the
oh my god, they came out. Bro, they came out, right? Jay and an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
They came out, and the first thing that went through my head was, wait, the first thing was like, wait, he brought these two?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he couldn't think of anybody else?
I think it was supposed to go along with the next part of the
I know.
the building blocks.
I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but it was like it just happened that immediately I was like, wait, really?
The disrespect, yeah.
And then I felt so bad because I think I killed Assassin.
Mm-hmm. No, you killed Jay. You killed Jay.
Oh, I killed Jay.
I hit Assassin
Jay
with a chair.
Oh, yeah, I killed Jay, and I was like, oops.
He wasn't supposed to die. No one was supposed to die.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I was supposed to do that. I was like, oops.
I was gonna god all, but then I was like, shit.
It's
maybe
obvious.
You
just got. Bro, I wasn't even trying to. I was like, maybe they'll be smart. Maybe they won't like actually try and hit me. Nah.
Jay ran straight into that.
This man ran into me. I was like, all right, bet. You want to throw down?
So you
want to tussle? It's like the dog. It's like the dog from You ever seen Over the Hedge?
Yes, dude. Yes.
You know,
yes, yes.
you know that. Yeah, you know that dog. You know that dog where he goes play, like, and the meme is like, so you've chosen playtime. It literally, the minute Jay took like a fraction of my health, I was like, so you've chosen death.
Yeah, and Jay's
Very
like, oh,
unwise.
Jay's probably like thinking like, maybe I shouldn't have attacked him like that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then
all I can think of, you're going to Brazil, and then I kill him.
I remember saying like, "You're welcome," and then walking away, and you clearly said, "I didn't need it."
I know. I was like, man, I gotta throw that in. Come on, I gotta save face here. Even though I'm not a face, I'm a heel at this point. I've always been a heel, but everybody cheers me, and I'm like, yo, knock it off. I think it's just because everybody likes me.
It's hard to tell what anybody is these days, to be honest.
I try to make it abundantly clear that I'm a heel. Like, I don't do anything where I'm like, oh yeah, cheer for me. I'm like, nah, I'm a heel, bro.
I think I made it clear that you're a heel.
Bro, seriously. Oh, thank you, Oliver. He just burped.
Heck yeah.
Oh god, bro.
Yo,
so gross.
W or Oliver. He's a goat. He's goated. We need to make a W Oliver shirt. We need to make an attire for him. We have to make it ready now. So that once he joins the wrestling community, his attire is ready. And all he has to do is buy it. We need to start making it now.
Bro, Oliver, you're not even a year old yet, but we're getting you ready.
I'm
not gonna say that. I was about to say we're grooming you to be the next big thing, and I was like, I don't want to say that. Never mind. Never mind.
You know what this reminds me of?
Huh?
You know what this reminds me of? You know,
what?
Broken Matt Hardy back in his little gimmick states, how he referred to his son King Maxwell. This is what it's reminding me of.
You're not the god because I was the god, so you're the shit. What do they call
demigod?
What do they call the demigod? Yeah, you're the demigod. That's what you are. You're the demigod. The demigod, Oliver Black. There we go. There you go, buddy. Already got your gimmick.
What if he like turns face and I'm now Oliver White? Good lord.
I'm gonna cry, bro. I'm gonna cry if that's the case. I'm gonna shed so many tears. I'm gonna look at him and be like, "You ruined my legacy." I want you to feel the pain, Oliver. I want you to know what you've done.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm
All
the
right.
semi-god. Bro, assassin, I'm the semi-god.
The what?
He's the semi-god. He's
I
the
see it.
semi-god.
I see it. I see it. We love you, Assassin. It's just last Wednesday, just Jay kind of botched it. We hear him. We hear him.
Yeah, I put the mic up to him because he was saying that. Getting dog collared, bro. The demigod of getting the semi-god of getting dog collared.
Alright, that's a shirt. That's a shirt.
There it is, boys. On
That's
the
a
front,
shirt.
it'll say the semi-god. On the back, it'll say of getting dog collared.
Yes,
That's a
there
shirt.
you go.
There we go,
Shirt.
everybody.
Yeah.
Dragon, I
New
know you're
merchandise.
listening. Make it a shirt. Make it a shirt. It will sell out
Go, ladies and gentlemen.
quickly.
I'm not too good at pro wrestling, bro.
All right. So, Adrian,
Yes,
over
sir.
the last couple of years, do you want to go over your top 3 best matches that you had?
Yeah. So, ignore that burp, by the way. So, I'd say my number one match so far. I'd say my number one match, and everybody's definitely heard me talk about it before, but it would be at NGW. It would be the Adrian Black versus Steven Spectacular for the NGW World Heavyweight Championship. That whole feud was one of my favorites. It built. It was building for a while ever since I'd come back to NGW because I had won the title. Actually, you know what? Let's tell the whole proper story. So we're gonna have to jump. We're gonna have to jump all the way back to Genesis 2. So it's no secret that upwards to Genesis 2, there was a lot of problems going on behind the scenes. There was just it was absolute chaos. There was a rift forming between a lot of the staff. The staff including myself, Scott, Tony, or Fort Bear 3, Candor Propaganda, however you remember him. And I was hosting. It was I think the final straw for a while was I was hosting WRE Invasion, the developmental of NGW for those who don't know, and I was hosting it. It was our pay-per-view, and the match was the Swift Arrow Ambrose versus Edward Zavlon in an Inferno match. We hadn't done this before. I was trying to make WRE like this little testing grounds for match types and stuff, and really get the feel that we were innovating things. Because in NGW we hadn't really done any of that. It was all just kind of your normal Hell in a Cell, this and that, the other thing. I was like, let's switch it up. Let's do an Inferno match. Get some fire involved. And there was a problem that happened, which was basically the walls for the actual damage were too far out.
Oh hell.
So basically you'd hit the ropes or you'd hit the wall, but then you wouldn't get the damage because the walls were too far. Excuse me.
Hello.
So this went on for a while before we had to intervene and fix it.
Working on something.
I think eventually we just ended up doing a clean match. But
The what?
what ended up happening was Scott was attending the show and started chanting boring.
Sorry.
Now this to me was very offensive because I had put a lot of work into trying to book the storyline. It had basically built itself. So I was like, all right, awesome. Edward Zavlon versus Arrow Ambrose. It's going to be one of our big matches on the card. and basically, he just started chanting boring, and that pissed. What ended up happening was it pissed off Edward Zavalon.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll call him Omar. It pissed off Omar. It pissed off me, and basically the night still ended well, but there was hell to pay in the NGW Discord if anybody
Mhm.
remembers that whole debacle.
I think I remember like clicking into it, but I never read into it deeply. Like I was away, I think. When was this time period? Like
This was right before Genesis 2. This would be I forget what year this would be. I think this would have been 2018.
yeah.
I think it would have been 2018.
Um
2018 or 2017, one of those two.
it's got to be 18 because I remember taking time off of row wrestling because of high school wrestling. That's why I was in NGW a lot during the Genesis 2 and 3 era type of thing. But it's because like I was doing high school wrestling that I didn't have enough time to make it home, and so every week or it was exhausting for one, and like I didn't have time to because if I did have time, I had to do homework, and it was awful.
Also, I'm gonna send this. This is for the next one, but I'm still talking about like this match.
Mhm.
So just because I know you like to throw slides up on the screen. So okay, so basically what ended up happening was Omar kind of went MIA for a little bit. We really struggled to get him to come back for the main event. And what ended up happening was I had to talk him into it. He didn't end up coming back, obviously. We had the main event. It was a great show. All problems aside, we managed to hash it out. We had a great show. But everything was kind of set in stone already. I was jumping ship to RWL. A bunch of other people were too. And I was the current NGW World Heavyweight Champion. So in order to properly dispose of myself from NGW, I dropped the belt to Zany Marks.
Yeah.
I forget what pay-per-view name this one was, but it was just right after Genesis.
I was wondering, like, how did he win the world title? Like,
I ended up dropping it to Zany Marks and jumping to RWL, and then NGW subsequently kind of just died and became, I think, GWA.
yeah.
So fast forward, NGW comes back, I come back, and I was going through a really rough time period in my life. A lot of things have been kind of messing with my mental state. I had won the NGW World Heavyweight Championship again. And I think my defense was against Mason Phantom. He had been called up to the main roster. We weren't doing WRE again, obviously, so he was on the main roster. He ended up having a championship match with me, and I wasn't gonna drop it because my thing was if I was gonna drop the belt, I wanted to drop it to somebody who was ready to carry a company. Mason Phantom, or to people who now know him as Emilio the Menace, he was not ready yet. He was still within his infancy. He wasn't really his own person yet. He was still developing, and I think a world title was a make or break for him. And I didn't want to risk the latter happening where it broke him.
Yeah.
So I ended up winning the match, and then I grabbed the mic and I hadn't told anybody I was doing this, which is my fault, my bad. I really should have communicated what I was going to do. I announced that I would be dropping the belt, vacating it, and stepping away. This pissed a number of people off.
God.
Because it basically left NGW with like this void in the middle of where their main title was supposed to be thriving. And now they had to scramble to fix it. So I don't know 110% what happened while I was gone, because I was gone. All I know is that I think they held a tournament. I think Templar ended up winning it for a little bit. Like Templar, Rathia, and Steven kind of, I think, changed the hands a little bit before finally the
Exactly.
belt settled on Steven.
I remember taking a peek at NGW. I see Steven, I see Rathia, I see Templar, these new guys coming in, and then I was like, oh, some new talent, and they must be highly skilled then if they managed to knock off Adrian, because that's what I thought happened. I thought the belt changed because one of them defeated you, and then the other one defeated them, and
No, actually, Rathia does not have a win against me to this day. It's actually a running joke. Anytime when me and Rathia fight, it's always Rathia is just like, oh, shit. Templar, I don't know if he's ever won against me. All I know is we have fought in RWL, and I won against him. It was for my title. It was 3-2. But getting off track. So basically, Steven, the title now rested with Steven. I ended up coming back a little bit, and immediately I set my sights on the title, but they weren't going to let me at it so easily because of everything that happened. So what ended up happening, it was just a normal 1v1 match against Steven. I don't think they purposely did that. I actually think they're going to try and do this to like punish me. What ended up happening was I actually ended up beating Steven, who was the world champion, which then basically turned into this 4-5 month long storyline with him indirectly, where Scott, it looked like what they were trying to do from my point of view was throw as many people in the way to stop me from getting to Steven. So what they ended up doing was Omar came back and fought me. We had a great match. It was a 5, I think it was first to 5 or first 3. Either way, it was a 5-4 3-2. I ended up winning. I fought Travis Lonelyfish, Mr. Roblox. That was another close match. All the storyline for them actually hinged on a lot of real life events. For anybody who was there, you already know I'm not going to go over it again because it's still somewhat of a sensitive topic. Not necessarily, but I'd just rather not go into it. The long and short of it is basically I had done a bunch of questionable things. I got caught and called out for it. No, it wasn't pedophilia. So don't worry. Adrian Black doesn't touch kids, except for, no, never mind. I'm not even going to say that because it's going to get taken out of context. It's going to get taken out of context. But basically, that's basically what got brought up a lot. And then, so I fought those two and I won. And then the third person I had to fight was Zany Marks because he wanted to cash in his rematch clause because he never lost the title, quote unquote. And so instead of fighting him in clean, because in clean I'm still better than Zany, he will try to argue this. Don't listen to him. We fought TD. We fought in a Cage of Death, which I've kind of tried to make it as like my match. It's not my match, but like as far as I'm concerned, whenever I'm doing something and building up to something, this is like my Undertaker to Hell in a Cell. It was a TD match. I ended up winning, and that was for the number 1 contendership to Steven. So from all the way, so basically this storyline built all the way from Genesis, after Genesis 2, dropping to Zany, to vacating, to beating Steven that one time, and then leading to this 4-5 month crusade. All the while going undefeated in NGW, by the way. Going undefeated up until I finally fought Steven. So the match itself, as you can see in the screenshot, I'm wearing this weird Joker Punisher getup. That was kind of my little thing. I liked to mix it up.
Dope attire, by the
And
way. Oh yeah.
yeah. So basically, finally we collided. It was Joker's Wild, which wasn't supposed to be a major pay-per-view. It was kind of just supposed to be another one of those like throwaway pay-per-views that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see here, I'm getting a nice foot in my face. But it was, and then me and Steven put on just an absolute banger of a match. From just ties to close falls. And basically, what ended up happening in the end was Steven ended up winning. Actually, he does win 5-4. I should probably say what happened at 4-4, though. Me and Steven had been so invested into this match, this storyline, everything, that we had to take a break because our hands, we were shaking, our hands were like sweating.
Oh my god.
Like we were so This was storyline like to its peak. I think to this day, it's still one of the hardest matches that Steven has had to fight. But basically, like we had to stop for a minute to recollect ourselves. Steven still barely won. It was like he had like a sliver of health left, but it was 5-4, and Steven ended up retaining all the way up until NGW would eventually end at that point, and now it's back in Midman as the champion. Yep, there it is. So that's that match. I promise this match will not be as long of a description.
Oh no,
My
this
second
one was
favorite.
dope.
Yeah, my second favorite match, and I knew that something was happening. I didn't know this exact person was the person I'd be facing. So in RCW, I was the Outbreak champion for a little bit. Some plans have kind of been made for RCW Mania 5, where I'd have to fight Jace. This is not the match I'm talking about, by the way. I bombed that match terribly.
Jace.
Yeah, I choked up really bad because it was my first big event like this. I just had never done it before.
Yeah.
But basically, so I'd come to the main roster after dropping the title to EJ Cole. Who great decision, great, he had an amazing reign with the belt. But I came up to the main roster and it kind of didn't do much for a little bit. And then finally, Kids was like, all right, I have a proposal. And this is going to be like the main event. Yeah, right there. It's going to be the main event of, this little live show between APRW and RCW. It wasn't the main event, but everybody to this day who has seen this match knows that this was basically popularly considered the main event. Adrian Black versus Undead Brock. Undead Brock, this was the first time, to my knowledge, of which he had stepped into an RCW ring. And I was seeking to really prove myself. In kayfabe, I was not seeking to prove myself. I was seeking to put down some dude who had come up. But this had one of the best promos for contract signings that I've ever cut between me and him. And it added to the match a lot because basically what it was a lot of people, whenever they, especially young talent, whenever they go up against somebody older, there's always the same line. You're old, you're washed, shell of who you were, blah, 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 blah. It's always the same thing. It's annoying. It's just basic. There's no creativity to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing. I've been called an old man a few times now, and I baffle at this sometimes because I'm not that old when you really think about it. But I'm old to them, I guess. But for this match, it wasn't like, oh, I'm not scared of you, you're old. For the promo, I have a screenshot of it, I think. But for the promo, it wasn't like, oh, you're, washed up, old, you can't hang anymore. It was actually more along the lines of, I respect you, I understand, you, and I know who you are, I know what you've done, I know who you fought, I know your legacy that you've already left and you're not even retired yet. But and I will say, I won't lie, I am scared because you are this hulking image. You are this, you are just this person who is way out of my league, but now you have entered RCW. So, I'll answer that in a minute, Jay. I'm actually glad you brought that up. That's not one of my favorite matches, but I will bring that up. So, but basically, I did throw in one line was, watch your hip on the way out of the ring. We did not fight each other at the end of this promo, by the way. There was no physical altercation between us. We both left the ring. He left the ring, actually. I think I stayed in. But, and it was just a promo of Brock saying, I think what he said was he was here to prove or redeem or something, because he was an older guy, but he was facing this younger guy, me. The but to the match itself, the match was recorded. Unfortunately, the recording got corrupted, so it is laggy and glitchy as hell. But the match started off, I was dominating Brock. It was 2-0, and then he clutched it up to 2-2. I was scared shitless that I was going to choke. I was like, bro, I literally cannot choke this, please. And then I ended up winning. And then at the end of that, celebrating. Somebody say to say game over. I think I did say that, or something along the lines. But yeah, Game versus God, Black versus Brock has always been one of my favorite matches. It was one of my favorite builds, and I really hope to have something like this. It probably won't happen again within my career. This is probably one of those once in a career type deals where you have just not a lot of build, but so much within this small section of time that it basically builds itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so real quickly, I'm going to answer Jay. So for anybody who didn't see what Jay said for whatever reason, or if you're watching it on YouTube, because I've definitely watched this on YouTube and I have no idea what anybody is saying. He says, how about Jack Summers? What's your record against Undernickel? Just curious. Was going through some old tweets. First time I encountered Adrian was this crap fed called Ion. I remember that. And he was facing someone named Bandshot. Hearing him go through his records against people was curious. So, my record against Undernickel,
I remember him.
yeah, I do too. I think Undernickel has beaten me more in TD. I believe we are tied, or he has a slight lead in clean. I can't remember entirely. Hi, Oliver. I can't remember entirely because this was a very long time ago, and I haven't seen him in a while. I do remember Bandshot though. I have a story about Bandshot. So before I get to the third match, one of my third favorite match, I'm gonna go over this. So Bandshot. I remember this kid before he was Bandshot, by the way, before he was anything big, anything, remarkable. He was just this normal dude named Bandit. And yes, hi Oliver. And basically what was gonna happen, I was training him. I was helping train him. I was trying to, help develop his skills. We didn't talk for a while. We kind of lost connection with each other. And eventually, actually, Ion wasn't the first place I saw Bandshot. It was OPRW, I think was what it was called. I think it was OPRW or OTXW. Thank you. OTXW. There we go. It was OTXW. I was kind of doing this little weird thing where I was doing a Lesnar gimmick instead because I didn't want to cut promos. I was known to cut amazing promos. I still do cut awesome promos, I think.
He does.
It was one of those things where I was kind of sick of cutting promos at that time. I kind of didn't want to. So I was like, you know what? Lesnar doesn't cut promos. Yeah, you were Johnny Wyatt. I remember that. Hi, Oliver. I remember that. But I was sick of cutting promos, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do Lesnar. I'm gonna be Adrian Lesnar. That's what I'm gonna do.
You missed doing Umaga. You could just.
I wasn't gonna do Umaga. I did an Adrian Omega gimmick at one point too. It was kind of just an experimental phase. I wanted to see what it would be like to do something else that wasn't Adrian Black.
I definitely remember that because
yeah,
Okada and Omega at that time was popping, and sometime in NGW was like, hey, what if we go at it and have a 6-star match? It would never happen.
No, it did not happen.
Definitely wouldn't be a 6-star either.
No.
Definitely not.
Bro, yeah. Oh god, I might have to change Oliver. I'll finish this story and then I'll change him. I'll take like a brief intermission real quick. But I gotta get a drink of water anyways. Talking so much makes me so goddamn thirsty. But oh seriously, man. But so I trained Bandit for a while. I tried to help hone his character, hone his skills. And we lost connection for a while. So eventually I wound up in this fed called OTXW. I didn't realize, Jay, I didn't realize you were actually from there. Awesome to see that somebody else remembers that along me. That's awesome. I didn't realize you were from OTXW. I didn't realize you were Johnny Wyatt. It's really weird how these things play out. But I was doing Adrian Lesnar in OTXW and Ion. I don't really talk about Ion. Because Ion did not last that long. It was kind of a mid-fed, honestly. Yeah.
Slap in the face.
So OTXW was a little weird. Me and Bandit having going back, it wasn't for a world title or anything. It was for the United States Championship. Me and Bandshot were going back and forth, and this dude was toxic as hell, and I had enough of it. So basically, me and Bandshot finally, we just kept going back and forth, match after match. They were all banger matches, by the way. I won't take away from it. These were banger matches. Like, these were seriously good matches. I'm sad that they're kind of clouded by the amount of toxicity involved in them. But I think we had at least maybe 4 or 5 matches of just me and him trading the United States title back and forth until finally the champion said, "All right, that's enough. This last match is going to decide who has it." And I ended up winning. So finally I kind of put Bandshot in his place because he had been talking a lot of trash. Yeah, seriously, he did. So I don't know what the hell happened to Bandshot after this. Bandshot had formed this weird obsession, this really weird obsession of just trying to beat me at some point. I think it's because I ruined what he had it going at OTXW because I took the belt from him and, just constantly kept trading. And I think it just kind of ruined his character. I think it ruined his image, which wasn't the goal, by the way. My goal wasn't to ruin his image or anything. It was just to put him in his place and maybe put a bit of, humility into him, like make him humble again, rather than this weird egomaniac that he had kind of become. And this wasn't like his gimmick of Bandshot being an egomaniac. This was Bandit being an egomaniac himself. So eventually it all ended. Some weird stable formed out of it. I stopped going to OTXW. And then I went to Ion for a little bit, and then I stopped going to Ion. I think Ion actually died. And then that's kind of the story of Adrian Lesnar. That very short-lived gimmick. But yeah, that was kind of it. That's kind of all that.
Destroyed a man's
Thank you
career.
for bringing that up, Jay. That was those are like memories I didn't realize I had until you said something. I sometimes forget how much I've actually done because you just focus on the big things rather than all the little smalls that have happened in one place or another.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So real quickly, take like maybe 2 minutes or so. This shouldn't take long. I have to change Oliver. He's starting to get a little fussy.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Y'all can
No
chat
problem.
amongst yourselves real quick. I don't know if you can hear him crying.
Oh,
He's not
yeah.
really crying, but he's getting fussed.
He's
'Cause-
booing you for all the nasty you did to the man's career.
Yeah. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go change him. I'm so sorry if you can hear me in the distance playing with him. But yeah, chat amongst yourselves. And I'll be right back.
Yep. Adrian just has a long list of things he has done, and that's why I was so excited to finally do a podcast. Probably won't be the only podcast that he'll be on. Um, it's because like I just know Adrian had some juicy stories, and it just seems like everyone's so invested in it. And Jay Rains, he's saying he's seeing Gabriel Iglesias, badass comedian. You go enjoy yourself, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Um, what's your thoughts, Eli, on those good stories?
Those are good. He's a good storyteller. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know anything about him or his past, but just picturing it was cool. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dragon,
The king is here.
oh, there he is.
Hashtag fuck Richard Rage. Hashtag FRW chairman. Hashtag Adrian Black the GOAT. Dragon is here.
Hashtag, I would whoop all your asses because I'm Eli Young, yeah. And if there's a problem, you
Oh
can
my
let me
God.
know, yeah. You'll be the first one I'm going after, Dragoon, yeah. And then it's UTB, yeah. Oh yeah, dummy, yeah.
You
And
know,
so
we gotta get an Adrian Black versus Eli Young promo because you're too high on yourself.
let me tell you something.
Definitely.
Let me tell you something.
It's
I
gonna
don't care
happen
who
right
you
now.
give me a promo with. At the end of the day, Eli Young will give you the fact of life. And the fact of life is that I am the greatest of all time because I am here all day, every day, doing what I do best. And that is being Eli Young. Yeah.
I could imagine him in his chair right now, just gassed up.
Yeah, I could see Eli pointing at nothing above his monitor. Just like Eli does in real life. Oh my god. I'm actually kind of sad Richard's not here because I know he would
Oh,
cause
I
a
don't.
lot of chaos.
Honestly, this might be good that Richard's not here for Adrian, for the sake of Adrian, because Richard would have been all over Adrian's ass.
Yeah,
you fucking beat me at NGW. Fuck you.
he might be watching. He's just probably staying
Oh
real
God,
quiet.
Richard, don't come after me. I'm joking.
Oh, poor Richard.
So what's the
Sorry.
plans for what you? We gotta speak about something. That something being how we are changing Dream and Horizon from Mondays and Wednesdays. We're swapping it. We gotta talk about that.
Well, I won't be in charge of that, so that's you guys. So you guys.
Horizon's getting a new arena.
Okay. So Dream is staying with the current one.
That's a maybe.
Honestly, no.
That's
Honestly, I think I don't think I think Dream should get the smaller one. No offense to Dream guys. You don't deserve that yet.
We do have an OG NGW place, and I kind of do wanna. I know we say a lot about NGW. We hop on NGW a lot on here, but the stuff that happened in that venue is just I kind of want to carry on that little, excitement in that little venue. You know what I mean? Plus Scott.
If anything, I'll use the current arena for like FOW live shows. Just one random, like any house shows I want to host one day. That's not a show day, but
with the Mercury Dome.
Mercury Dome. That's done with for now. We'll bring that back in the future. Son.
Permission to show a little picture of the new Horizon Arena.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where did I keep it? I don't know where.
I'm not gonna lie. You gotta do an old school FRW one day.
Yeah, we could do that.
Go back to its old set and shit, you know what I'm saying? And try to bring back its old G's, you know what I'm saying?
I like how we talk about like it was 5 years ago when it was like 8 months ago.
I mean, it's good to plan for the future, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. It is.
First look at the Horizon Arena.
Let's take a look at this. Where are you sending it at?
It's on the stream. I'm throwing a little picture on the wall. I'm throwing a little hint. It's a Star Center, of course.
Star Center.
Very original name. Very, very original.
You guys see that? Horizon.
I made this arena real fast. I miss
real fast. He was rushed, but he wasn't at the same time. His own pace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This is probably gonna debut after Kingdom at War. What do you think, Drag?
No, it will.
It will.
Yeah.
Bet. And the Dream Arena is probably gonna get into a new, smaller venue, which is cool. But feel free to join Dream because, I gotta mute real quick.
If my name is Adrian Black, yeah.
Let me tell you something. You do not come over here and say that because I'm the only one who says, yeah. I am Eli Young, yeah. The one and only, yeah. The greatest of all time, yeah. And you can't.
Tommy, yeah.
What? No way. Only I could say dummy, yeah.
Because you're a dummy, yeah.
No, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, it's like Ric Flair and what was it, Jay Lethal with the woos?
Yeah, Jay Lethal.
Choose the wrong time.
Yeah. All right, what did I miss?
No, you're doing
nothing. Except awesome. Not Adrian. Eli talking to himself about how he's the greatest.
Because I am the greatest. Let me tell you
something.
Don't
do it.
Please. Shut up, Dragoon. Let me tell you something.
Oh my lord.
I am
I'm back.
Eli Young,
he's back
the greatest of all time. Yeah, that is something that you all have. Once I walk into the arenas, everything shifts because of how great I am. Once I'm in there, oh my God, it's Eli Young, my hero.
Literally nobody said that.
What? Let me tell you something, you dummy. Let me tell you something, you dummy. It is true. It's true. You know why? Because I save lives. I change everything. I make you into gold. I turn
you on 9/11
into gold. I am the dummy annihilator, and I've annihilated half your race. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying?
Kenny, rate Eli's rate AJ's his promo skill.
I will admit he does a great Eli Young impression. However, bro, you stutter so much when you do it.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Your monkey ass up. Eli Young, the greatest of all time, is speaking, you nappy-headed buffoon. When I am speaking, you shut up. Because I am the one and only, you know what I'm saying? If I get into the ring, I would whoop whoever ass I want if I wanted to. If I wanted to sell for you, I can and I will. But if I didn't want to, I would whoop your ass right away. You know why? Because I'm the greatest of all time. Yeah. And if you're
selling for everybody you face, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I'd love to see? I would love to see a real life, not real life, a Discord, like a one show full of just Discord promos.
Oh God, bro.
Do
It
that
would
one
never
day.
end.
Do it one day.
That would be
Terrible.
because I want to tell
idea.
you,
Terrible idea.
half these guys can't cut promos. Probably it would be hilarious.
I
You
know.
should do it one day. Like
It's
announce
gotta be
a
only for
promo battle on the announcements one day.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have Twitlongers going out, but it's okay.
Twitlongers. Bro, fucking, I know that and I hate to put anybody on blast, especially Dragoon here, because I'm about to expose some of those whispers and DMs. But when I first came to FRW, I don't think Dragoon realized that I was gonna come like full time.
Did not.
And I don't know how excited he might have been since I did that, but I was like, you know what, yeah, all right, yeah, I like Dragoon. I've seen what he does in RWE and such.
doesn't?
You know what?
Who
I want to see
doesn't
what
love
I want to
Dragoon?
see what he does for this Fed. And I came to the Fed. I liked what I saw. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come regularly. But one of the things that he ended up saying was, when I cut a promo, because I had been seeing some of the promos that these kids cut. Oh my God, dude!
Terrible.
It was
Terrible.
terrible.
It was
okay.
when I tell you every show, I'm on my computer desk with my head down. It's like back in the day, hell. It was hell.
You know, when I first came into FRW, I was sitting down in the arena like for like 10, 15 minutes, and I was still on the same segment that Dragon and Dest and Richard was on the promo.
Hey, that wasn't on me. That was ask Adrian. That was not on me.
That wasn't.
I don't
that wasn't
know
him,
what I was
will admit.
watching. I immediately told Dragon, okay, this has got to change.
Yeah, I know.
Because Des literally went on a rant. I'm like, Des, man.
That's the segment.
Yo, Des, cut the mic. Des, cut the mic.
And Des had 2 mics. Oh my God.
Is that the segment that was supposed to say whatever he wanted to say, and then he
he's like, let me speak. Shut up.
Honestly, for me, I can't do like multi-man segments. Like when I everybody has a mic and just keep spamming words. It's like, come on, like have some common sense. It's like somebody's talking already. Why are you talking?
Seriously, the minute there's like 3 people in the ring, nobody knows how to cut a promo anymore
at all.
Like,
it's
apparently,
ridiculous.
what they didn't realize is the fact that it's literally supposed to go like turn by turn by turn. It's not supposed to go, oh, this guy talks. Wait. Now I have something to say. Like,
and as a host, you don't want to put nobody on blast, so you just sit there and it's like, you hope they could get together, and they never do. They never really do.
Like, and it's like everybody's cutting their own promo on each other.
But exactly.
And it's like, what the hell are you guys doing? Everybody, put your mics down. Like,
everyone's
stop.
talking. You're rating your turn.
Somebody's talking about how somebody's washed.
Say something.
Somebody's talking about last year's WrestleMania.
Somebody's talking about the political crisis going on in Ukraine, and we're all like, "All right, bro, what the hell are you talking about now?"
Somebody's talking about
we're talking about the FRW championship. You're like, "Hey, we gotta deal with Putin, okay? That's what we gotta do."
Somebody's talking about how they man invented APRW. I'm like, I don't care. Just go with the storyline, please.
This man's like, "Listen, I sucked Brutal Damon's dick once, okay?
Yeah,
you guys have nothing on me." Eddie Slayer, yeah, he groomed me. What are you gonna do about it, buddy? Like.
Yeah.
I was trained by Ken. What about you?
And you're still garbage.
Listen here, I was the first man to see Aiden Killer's penis, and you have nothing on me in this ring.
It's like, little did you know.
Where is this coming from?
Bro, okay, listen. Through my exploits of being in the big feds, I got to know people, and I got to know things and see things that I really wish I never saw.
So
one of them being
what the fuck?
One of them being Aiden Killer's penis. You have no idea. Okay.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Like he didn't. No. He didn't send it to me. Like, hey, yo, Adrian, look at this shit, and sent it to me. Like, it ended up in a group chat that I was in.
So it's the group chat.
It also ended up on Twitter, and oh my God, dude.
Stay away, bro.
Bro, back then, if you were like pro wrestling, oh my God, it was terrible.
Welcome to Raw Wrestling, everybody.
Does anybody here know who Jaybird is?
Jay who?
Jaybird.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do.
I don't know if anyone.
So he kind of ran with Tyson Virgo, Fiery Dark Blood.
Wait. Who?
Jaybird.
Jay Bird.
It does
That's
not ring a
name.
bell for me. I don't know why.
I'll type his name. Hold on.
RWF.
If he was associated with Tyson, then
He didn't
must
come to RWE. I think he didn't come. But so now this isn't the days of Skype, by the way. Okay,
Oh,
this
God.
is not the days of Discord. This is the days of Skype. So we're on a Skype chat. Me, Tyson, Fortune, El Patron, FDB, and we're all just talking, and all of a sudden, Jaybird, he busts out this folder on his computer.
Oh, my
Everybody,
God.
give me at least 2 guesses. What do you think was in that folder?
It could be one. It could be one of many things, but I don't
Your
want to say
mom. Nah, I was kidding.
Go ahead. Come on. Tell me. What do you think was in that
that.
folder?
Does it have to do with a child?
You're close.
Fucking god. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
You're
dude.
close. You're close
Why?
because considering the
My
age ranges
first
of this
guess is so
community,
accurate.
The little
considering
pause.
the age
You're
ranges of this community, then yes, you're close. Can anybody tell me what they think is in that folder? Anybody in chat can do the
I
same thing.
honestly
Tell
don't
me, what do
wanna-
you think was in that folder?
I don't think we want to answer that.
You're correct to say that, by the way. You are correct to say we don't want to answer.
It's so sad. That's my first guess, and it's so accurate.
So, what was in that folder was a collection of both male and female nudes from a various amount of different people in the community.
Oh my God.
If anybody remembers who Sarita was or is, probably not. That's probably just a me thing because I ran with that crowd. She kind of bounced between Brutal Damon and Eddie Slayer for a little bit, online dating them. Her nudes were in there. Does anybody remember who Straw Page was? Anybody? Straw Page?
I was probably too young to know these people.
I
So,
feel like I heard
Straw
of her.
Page. Straw Page was somebody I think out of TNX. If anybody remembers Sonic X-Man.
Yep.
And what ended up happening, from my knowledge, this is not 110% correct. Do not quote me on this. This is from what I've heard what happened. So what ended up happening was she had sent her noodle woodles to him.
Wow.
I guess for a push or something. I don't know.
Oh.
He had sent his
my
PP pics to her. Now, Sonic X-Man was not the only person, from my knowledge, to get these pictures from her.
Wait, is it X-Men in the community?
Yep, this is still within Raw Wrestling.
Wow.
Still within Raw Wrestling. Nope, I haven't stepped out of Raw Wrestling. We're still within the bounds here. Her noodle woodles got leaked. And I don't know if it was his first or hers first. But one of them got leaked first. And in turn, the other person thought that person leaked them. Turns out they didn't. So somewhere on the internet, if I'm not mistaken, is a video of Sonic X-Man blowing a load like a volcano. And yeah, that kind of concludes a lot of my time within the big leagues and those little friend groups. These are the things that I heard and saw. It wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun.
What year was this?
This would have definitely been within the 2017-18 range of years.
Oh, that's when I started out. Shit, I didn't know anything about
Yeah, this would have been around that time. So all that happened. Yeah, that's kind of how all that went down. My God,
Lord.
I don't know if things have been worse or better. I will say there's a lot more racists popping up. A lot more child predators, but a lot less nude leaking. Because there was a time where you couldn't go on Twitter in 5 seconds, you'd see somebody's nudes. Like, bro, don't even get me started on Caden Mayer.
So glad they didn't have Twitter back then. Bro, for my wrestling.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was bad. It was bad, man. It was. Anyways, moving on. Let's move on to that third match. The third match. Yes, him, by the way. Him. That is him.
You got to fill me on who's him is. I wasn't. Who's him?
Jaybird.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try to find the screenshot of this match. I don't know if I have it.
We lost 2 viewers because of you. No, I was kidding.
So
it was because of AJ yelling. My fault, Adrian.
Sorry. But so very recently there was a match that took place at what was it? Super Brawl. I mean, there was a series of matches that took place overall. And it was me. Basically, this is another kind of one of those. I can't find any pictures of it, by the way. Sorry. But this is another one of those feuds that was built up over kind of a length of time. This is an RPW. I had officially been the Dragon of RPW. I think before I was the Dragon, I was the Black Death for some reason. You can thank Zany Marks for that. But eventually I turned into the Dragon that we all now know and love.
Before you go on, Noob, I know Noob is watching this somewhere. We're going to watch it. You cannot use the name Dragon. I mean, you can, but like, he's calling himself the Dragon now. Do you know that?
Noob's calling himself the Dragon?
Yeah, Noob.
Hey, Noob, knock it off.
The Dragon Noob Akashiro. Watch for the dragon he burns.
Get off. Eli Young is giving you permission. Eli Young is giving you permission. Don't listen to him.
Gimmick theft.
I'll be honest. I actually don't care. That's one of those things where, like, you know what, you want to call yourself the Dragon, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, I'm not gonna sue you. I don't care.
Hell no, not FRW. There's only one dragon. And that dragon is Dragoon.
This guy.
He's always and forever will be Eggman to me.
Eggman, You even have a statue of the egg.
The egg has been dead, guys.
The statue of the egg is in your office, and you cannot delete it.
Ever. Yeah, but he died in 2018. Rest in peace.
He died of a
getting
car
cracked
accident.
open.
Manslaughter.
He got cracked open. Because T-Black tried to crack him open many times, but never.
Gordon Ramsay came across Dragon and was like, "Oh."
I was gonna say Gordon Ramsay stepped out of his car and said, "I did it for The Rock." Got back in and drove away.
Bloody hell.
And he roasts Dragon for being a shit egg. You call yourself a fucking egg?
You call yourself a fucking egg? No, I'm kidding.
I still can't believe
do a Gordon Ramsay. I can do an Irish, but I can't do Gordon Ramsay.
Bloody hell! I can't even do that.
Bloody hell!
Bloody hell!
Bloody hell! Oi, mate, you want a bottle of water? It's Tuesday, isn't it?
A bottle of water.
Oi,
you know, I always wanted to be in a voice shot with Aaron Owens.
I've been in so many group calls with British people for my time in GMT. I've heard their accents enough to last me a lifetime.
I want to be in one so bad. It's probably hilarious when I just want to. That's one time.
Definitely.
One time.
I bet you it's hilarious when they're arguing, bro.
I just
hilarious.
Bro, British people arguing is the funniest sounds I will ever heard.
It really is.
Oi, mate, you're capping. You're capping. Like, I swear, dude.
No, I gotta.
Bro, I'm really gonna rush up on you.
I gotta get somebody British.
They be coming up with some weird ass words. Like, what the fuck?
It says like a made your mom joke.
No.
Like,
we gotta
make
get
an impression real quick.
Oi, bro, shut up before I put my nuts in your mom's mouth, eh? Like, literally. That's kind of how that goes, bro. Their insults are so bad. Either that or, oi, mate, get on my tip. Get off my tip, mate.
Nah, I gotta get somebody British in FRW.
Like, that's kind of how all that goes,
and
bro.
then they make a sus joke after.
Yeah, either that or, bro, why you mad? I'm not mad. Why you mad? I'm not mad. Like, this happened. This actually
you do it so well.
This happened to me, bro. This dude got heated at a Fed. I won't name. Hey, excuse me. Hold on, I gotta grab my kid, bro.
Beat him, Oliver. Beat him.
Come here.
Watch me hear like a table break in the background. And you just hear
Adrian Black versus Oliver Black. Oliver Black 2040.
Put him through the table. watch we just hear all the ruckus going on in the background, like.
I'm gonna do commentary on it. So can you make a little noise?
Okay, I'm back.
I couldn't do commentary.
All
I
right,
can't believe I'm at PCW right now. Wow, my fault.
So what the hell was I talking about again?
You were talking about
Jay Bird?
your
No.
best match, Jay Bird.
Oh no, no. I was talking about my
Come
best
on,
match, and then I got
Jamie!
sidetracked to Jaybird. I don't know why the hell. I forget. So, anyways, let's move on. So, there was a series of matches that kind of occurred, and it was an RPW. Oh yeah, that's right. We got sidetracked because of being the dragon and whatever. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's really easy to distract me, guys. I really don't like that you're taking advantage of my misfortune. Anyways,
Squirrel.
Shut up.
Nah, he's
shut
like.
up.
Shame
Shut
on
up,
you,
shut up.
Dragoon.
Shut your mouth, bro. Fucking
Yeah, shut
swear
your
to
mouth
God, grab your dick and twist it. All right. So
now.
so, but basically there was a series of matches, kind of. This all sprouted from the G1, the G1 tournament in RPW. There was there's a big controversy that happened. Basically, no one got rigged, but basically this is when the cleans broke. If anybody remembers that dark time in pro wrestling history when all cleans broke everywhere,
Yes.
and we
When
couldn't
was
figure.
this?
Yeah, like it just. Yeah. So all the clean Roblox released an update, and the cleans broke.
And then they had to make. Then people made new cleans with this fucking fix your clean button shit and all that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically they had to like fix the cleans, and Sama first came out with a new clean. It was APRW. Now RPW also fell victim to the cleans breaking. Everyone did. So what they did was they had us use these cleans. So we basically restarted the G1, I think. No, we didn't restart. Unstable Ken had been inactive for a lot of the G1. He hadn't really fought anybody. So all of us, almost unanimously, were saying, just replace him. Like, there's no point. He's not showing up. Like, he's basically just kind of rubbing it through the mud. We should replace him. So we finally do the makeups for the G1 with the new cleans, and he shows up. So he's in the G1 now. He's finally representing. Okay, cool. He ends up winning the G1.
Wow.
So obviously, as you can tell, not many people were very happy, myself included, because I had actually almost I was the junior heavyweight champion at the time. I could have won the G1. I was, I think, third closest to winning it, next to him. So what ended up happening was then there was a bit of a situation that popped up. Ken had been beaten by one person. If anybody knows New Japan rules, if the case winner is beaten by somebody within the G1, that person can immediately challenge for the case.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened. He was beaten by EMR. And EMR wanted to challenge for the case. Now, Ken was a stranger. He did not know that this was a rule, and he thought this was unfair. So what ended up happening was this whole situation, this kind of debacle happened where, I'm sorry to everybody who was involved, I'm just going to say it. The match was basically rigged in Ken's favor. It wasn't rigged, but it was scripted. Like, Ken was going to win the match. EMR was not going to win. And this was just to help Ken not feel so bad about the fact that he won and now he has to defend his case because he actually lost in a match and because he didn't know about this rule. Everybody else knew about this rule. He did not, meaning he should not have to defend it. That's kind of what happened. And then a little storyline came out of it between JJ and EMR. We're not going to talk about them, though. They are now out of the story. So, but then Ken had kind of become this. He was the G1 winner, and he had not yet won the belt. Trunks basically said, because he knew how upset I was about this, not that I didn't win, but the fact that this guy just came in last minute and won and stole the opportunity from everybody else involved, and then went inactive again. leading up to Wrestle Kingdom.
Huh.
Like, we're leading up to Wrestle Kingdom, and the challenger's like nowhere to be found. And he finally showed up, and Trunks said, "Do you want to interrupt them?" I said, "Fuck yeah, I do," because I was basically gonna lay into this dude. I was gonna lay into him, say, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" I got the most cheers out of this. It was awesome. But what ended up happening, and this is what started it, was me and Ken had a match. And again, it was a really close, really good match. 3-2, I ended up winning. This is before Wrestle Kingdom. Come Wrestle Kingdom, if it wasn't for the world title merging with the Intercontinental title, I probably would have been the main event of night 2 because of all this heat and all this attention that I just brought onto the Junior Heavyweight Championship through me beating Ken, the challenger, and then the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. So I was the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion going into Wrestle Kingdom 3. This is the Wrestle Kingdom that this all happened. Ken beat Rudy for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and then beat Steven for the Intercontinental. I retained the Junior Heavyweight Championship against EJ Cole in a really good match, 5-4. But through this, I also was like, wait, I beat Ken. Now, what was going to happen was I lost the Junior Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat against Raheem De Niro. Fuck you. You cost me it. And he goes by Tyler Hart now. He's Tyler Hart. He's the Hart gimmick. He went by something else though. I forget. So I think it was Taruki Goto. I think that's what he went by. But so that happened, and if I took a retirement basically. I briefly retired because a lot of my time had been taken up. A lot of things were moving. I just didn't have time to wrestle anymore. I stayed retired for at least, I think, maybe 2 or 3 months. And then finally I got the time again. Well, I came back. I did not immediately go for the World Championship. I kind of bounced around a little bit. But there was another match. Eventually against me and Ken. And this was Ken trying to redeem his victory, I believe. He was redeem his loss, I'm sorry. So he was trying to redeem his loss against me. He was the champion still. I beat him again. So now I had beaten the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion on 2 different occasions. Before he won and after he won. So now there was this kind of looming, I guess, decision or question in the air of, am I going for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship? This question was answered at Super Brawl, which is a culmination of a bunch of feds hosting an event. Dewey was kind of like the, I guess, head figure of this. Here, I'll send a screenshot that I took of Super Bowl so you can at least put something up. But, and the main event of night 2, there was so many promo material that went into it. But it was me versus Unstable Ken for the God, why am I blanking? For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Loving that stage.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was a great event. I think that's actually when Ken won. But I was really let down. I lost, obviously, because I just said I think that's when Ken won. I ended up losing the match. I was very disappointed in myself, mostly because it was 10-7. Oh wait, no, that's Perk. Oh, that's Perk. That's why those screens just took a Perk. Anyways, so so this must have been night 1 then. So But yeah, that it was a lot of hype went into this match. He had just won the title back. I remember he had just won the title back from Batista, and I posted on Twitter like, oh, kind of like a hey, I beat you, I'll come for the belt. Not in those exact words, but it was teased. RPW staff reached out to me. We made it happen. The feud happened. It was a great feud. So much promotional material went into it. There was going to be a promo package with actual like voices, but Ken wasn't going to share his voice. I was actually going to. I was literally going to do a voiceover for this promo package, because people say I have a nice voice. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's like a mixture of sometimes when I get like moderately high,
They were
I have
talking.
a
They were talking
kinda
about
do.
the. They were talking about the freaking the accent. The accent. They were talking about the accent.
oh
You
yeah,
have,
yeah,
a,
yeah.
you have an accent?
What I
Yeah.
do?
Ooh.
I do.
Yeah.
What?
I'm so wait.
I'm
I
so
thought it.
confused.
Yeah, we got about
Wait, who?
the little freaking
Wait, who has the
the
accent?
accent earlier. The impression.
Oh, the impressions. Oh,
Oh,
whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought you meant like somebody had an accent to begin with. I was like,
yeah.
the fuck are you
I'm like,
talking
I'm like,
about?
I'm like, Adrian does not have an accent. What are you
I'll say
talking about?
I
I kind of
actually
wanted to tease y'all too. I was like, I just stayed quiet
yeah.
while y'all
Because
scratch y'all's heads.
it's funny because I actually everybody knows this. I live in Massachusetts, and Boston accents, Pak the Khan Havidyad, we don't pronounce
You know what?
R's.
Now that you
Yeah.
say it, I can kind of hear it
Yeah. Pak the
a
Khan
little bit.
Havidyad. Only when I talk fast or like I'm just doing it on purpose will you really hear the accent. But other than that, I pronounce my R's. Like I don't have an accent to begin with. I just kind of talk. Somebody came into my work one day and I was working with them and they were like, "You're like the only person I've seen in this city who does not have an accent." I'm like, "Oh, I just talk. It's car. It's Harvard. It's yard."
I went to school. That's
Like, but
Bloody hell.
yeah, but yeah. So but and this match it was really hyped up. I'm disappointed I lost.
well, you lost to
Goddamn
a
But
loser.
John
it was
Cena gimmick.
it
Come
was
on.
no, not Perk.
Oh,
We're talking about Ken Rhodes. That's not. I didn't
that's
fight
right. That's
Perk.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ken Rhodes. Actually, this is not. It's not the only time I fought Ken either for a belt. I fought Ken once more for a belt in RCW. I fought him for the
Oh,
RCW Intercontinental Championship. It was kind of like this. I don't know where it came. Here, I'll actually show you the tweet screenshot that I took of it. But it was kind of just this like one-off match that they did. I didn't even know that they were gonna do it until like they posted about it, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess. That was the graphic art for it. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Like, I'll do it. I didn't win, but I did a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah. So obviously, honorable mentions though. I'm gonna do an honorable mention match. Me versus EJ Cole at Wrestle Kingdom 3 was an awesome match. It was 5-4. It was like 1,000,000 miles per hour. It was the co-main event of Wrestle Kingdom 3 Night 2. It was a load of fun,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, those are my top 3 matches.
Very, very good storytelling.
Thank
If
you.
every podcast was like this, then we'd get like 2,000 people. Nah, I was kidding.
2,000? Oh no! Not 2,000
Nah.
people know where I live.
the,
Shit.
the only wrestling
Oh
thing I see
shit!
get like
Yeah,
over
that's
1,000
true.
is Kiri Cali.
The what?
Is if we got
Kiri-
Kiri Cali.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear Oliver right now.
I hear him sometimes.
Yeah, it's because I'm making him jump and he's laughing. Oh, kid, you are heavy.
What if one of these days he'll bust out his Joker laugh?
Right. But
That'll
yeah.
be the day, Adrian. That'll be the day. Also, his
I
name's not
actually
actually Adrian. It's Kendrick, right?
Yeah, my name is actually Kendrick. It's not Adrian.
I'm just so
That's
used to
why
saying Adrian.
my thing on Discord is KennyNex, because Kenny was just kind of my nickname.
I call him Adrian and Kenny.
Yeah. A lot of people who really, really know me will just call me Kendrick. They won't call me Adrian. Very few people actually call me SKL.
I remember I used
because,
to.
I remember that. I remember that.
I remember I
yeah,
still
some people would
had
call
that
me
too.
SKL because the old account name, not this account, this is actually Dylan Black's old account because mine got hacked.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost like so much out of that. I'm still so devastated about it. But the old account name was actually ShadowKnightLegacy. And if anybody knows the story, I've told it a million times,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna make this one brief. His name was Lance. He was my cousin. He ended up dying in a car accident. He was about in his 20s. I think he was like 21, 22. It's been over 5 years now. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been like he died in 2016, so it's been over 5 years now. And the whole reason why I actually joined Roto Wrestling was because I was gonna pick up where he left off and kind of finish it for him. Because I thought this was kind of like he liked doing this. Let's not end it on a sour note. I want everybody to go home happy. But while doing it, I actually found that I enjoyed it. So instead of staying as being called SKL or anything, I do Adrian Black, but Adrian Black was originally his creation, but at the same time it was mine. In my childhood, I'd gone through this is a little bit of a more personal story. So look at this, dark side of the ring, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
In my childhood, I'd kind of gone through a dark time in my life where I didn't really know what I was kind of doing anymore. I didn't know who I was. I found myself being really angry a lot of the time. And this wasn't like me. Like if anybody who knows me, they know I'm usually happy. I try to make people laugh, smile. I'm a very charismatic person. I don't really wish any harm upon people. I kind of just want to help. That's me. I had found myself becoming this more hateful person. I didn't like my situation in life. I didn't like my mom and dad aren't together. They weren't together for as long as I can remember. I didn't like that I didn't know what happened. I felt like there was this kind of like little mystery above me because I was like, what the hell? Like, why is my life so different from everybody else? You see kids come to school with their mom and dad. I come to school with my stepdad, who can barely stand half the time. So why is my life different? So I become like really angry, and through that, I had kind of like, all right, you know what? This Kendrick person. This is gonna be cringe to some people, but to other people, this is gonna make a lot of sense. I kind of became like, I guess, like multi-personality disorder, kind of, I guess. I basically cast away my own name of Kendrick because I wasn't this happy person anymore. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make everybody laugh, or oh, I'm gonna be funny. I'm quiet. I was a quiet person. I kind of stuck to myself, very easily tempered. I'm still very easily tempered, but to less of a degree. And I had basically created this person, and I decided to go by the name of Adrian Black. So Adrian Black literally was me at one point in my life, and as I moved past this point, I got mentally I got better, healthier. I become myself. I was actually approached by Lance, and he said, "Hey, I don't want to do anything without your permission." He's like, "But making his character, and he's kind of going to be what you were at one point." And I was like, all right. And so, with my permission, he used the Adrian Black name, and he kind of made it his own thing. Just how down the line, I eventually made it my own again. So yeah, so that's kind of how Adrian Black came to be, and that's the story of all that. But a lot before I had ever changed the account name to what was XI Adrian Black IX, before I had the funds to actually do that, it was still called ShadowKnightLegacy. So there was a brief period where the Roblox username was still that, so people knew me as SKL. I tried to make this differential as fast as I could because I didn't want to be identified as my cousin. I wanted to be identified as me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't want it to seem
Didn't
like I'm
I
trying to
mistaken
use.
you a few times?
I don't know.
I
It's
feel like I did.
some of the time frames for it are a little blurred for me because a lot of things just happen so fast.
Uh-huh.
You know, like I was kind of at one point a little scared because I didn't really know what to do. A lot of people know that I kind of used him as my direction. I used him as like my moral compass towards things. He taught me a lot of the rights and wrongs. So when he wasn't there anymore, it was more so like this giant mystery to me. Like, what do I do now? And that's as I stuck around in wrestling longer and longer, this moral compass started to fade because of the community that I was around and the things these people would do. And I was still very, I wouldn't say gullible, but I was still very manipulatable, I guess you could say. That's probably not even a word. I was easily manipulated. There we go. I was very easily manipulated into these things of what the community would see and do. So in order to fit in, I would adopt these traits because it's what everybody else did. And it cost me a relationship. A few people know about this. That's kind of one of the subjects I was not touching on, but it had cost me a relationship because of the toxicity that I had allowed in my life. It had cost me a lot of my own mental health, which is one of the reasons why I left the community for a while. And that's kind of one of the things that I like to tell people if they're new to the community. Sometimes it's surround yourself with friendly faces, not faces that you think you have to wear to fit in with those people.
Exactly.
Like, you don't want to have to wear somebody else's face in order to be their friend. You should still be able to be your own person. And if inherently you are not a great person, then you should consult with somebody on how to become a better person, because you don't want to go through this community as a bad person. Nobody wants to be Timmy Orton.
Wait, who? I don't
Timmy
even
Orton.
want to ask who. Never mind.
He's a racist. He's a racist piece of shit. We'll leave it at that.
All right. Yeah.
But like, you don't want to be that person, you know. So you want to surround yourself with friendly faces, people who will call you out on your faults, but at the end of the day, remain your friend as long as you can fix the path of which you are on. Because you don't want to be a piece of shit. You know, you don't want this community to kind of mold you into something that you're not.
Well said. Well said.
You know, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of, you know, how everything went down. Kind of a lot of the things that I went through. A lot of my early career was kind of hard to define as myself. Because it was kind of me still trying to find out what was I, who was I, how can I be different from who I'm taking over from? You know, how can I really make this my own thing while at the same time honoring the person I'm doing this for? And a lot of people know that with taking over the account, taking over Adrian Black, I took over KO Squad. And actually, it's funny how the leadership ended up working. Lance and Omar, Edward Zavlon had basically refounded KO Squad together. It was this little Trash Guardian skit stable thing. Beforehand, they picked it up, and they made it their own little thing. And then when I came into the picture, actually the way I saw it was that Omar was the overall lead. He was like the first in charge. He saw it as I was the first in charge because of how, like, who I was taking it over from. Like, I'm the relative, so
I always saw Oz as like your right hand man. That's how I
yeah,
always saw it.
that's how other people saw it too, and I was always really confused. But then I also remember that these people don't necessarily know a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. So I overall ended up, KO Squad was supposed to always have 2 or 3 leaders. 3 leaders was what we wanted, so that way we all checked each other. You know, we didn't want one person to go mad with power, which is actually what ended up happening with me at one point. Again, with the community and everything, I'd kind of let the power I had go to my head to the point where Omar had to like coo me out of power and let me like, you know, kind of cool down from everything going on.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of dark points in my career. You know, points where I'd kind of let myself become consumed by which I was surrounded by. I will say that, you know, a lot of the biggest helps that I had, the relationship that was actually caused by my actions. Her name was Sierra. She really helped me out a lot. Even after everything had happened, you know, when I really needed to be guided back to myself as a person, she helped me a lot. And yeah, this is the, you know, it just goes to show that, you know, you need to be careful with this community. You need to be careful with who you surround yourself with. A lot of people now I see FRW, not really, because FRW looks like it's a lot more of a old head people surrounded. Like, it doesn't look like we have a lot of new people. Like, it looks like a lot of
there's some young guys, but I kind of, the way I built it is like the young guys actually look up to the older people. So you know, yeah, hopefully.
It's kind of mixed,
Yeah.
I guess, right?
It's very mixed. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Well, which is good. It's good.
Yeah. You do want to balance, you know, and you do want that mutual respect.
Yeah.
Like, you want the oldies to be able to respect the new guys, because these are the guys coming in. These are, from what I said very long ago on the Long Island Ice Swift podcast, talking about myself and Omar, and now talking about other. Oh, it's so weird how the years go. But it's these new people who come in, they take over. You know, you can stay in your spot, but eventually when you're gone, they take your spot.
That's what happened with me and MTV. Louis, does anyone remember Louis Ballard?
Yeah, Louis Ballard.
I Louis the Third.
Aqua, Falco, man, they were there for a little bit, but then they shortly like scooted on out, and
Yeah.
we're close
And their
to
spots
doing
got
that,
taken.
right?
Their spot taken.
I know Tyson Virgo too. He is scooting on out.
I haven't seen Tyson in a very long time.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that he was still around, honestly.
I thought Tyson been left.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, wait, Tyson's still here?
He's been
He's
gone.
rocking
Like,
2K rap? Huh? 200K? Oh, it's because he has beast mode.
Oh. Oh yeah. I thought for a second you said like 2K rap. I'm like, he's rapping in 2K? What?
Oh.
Yeah, I was.
The fuck is he doing?
I feel like there's a lot of old guys in the community, so they changed their username, so I just don't know them no more.
A lot of the people, it's weird looking at it. A lot of the people that I had started with, came up with, have left before me. Like, I don't know if J League is on his way out. I think he is. Swift Arrow, he left before me.
Yeah, gone.
Swift Arrow, let's see, Emilio the Menace. I don't know if he's still active or not.
Emilio, why is that so familiar to me?
Because that's Mason Phantom.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
Phantom 1099. Yeah, he.
Oh, that's him. Yeah.
I don't know if Giordano Brawler is still around.
Nah, Giordano said he's gonna come back though.
Oh, he's come back?
On Twitter, he said he might make a comeback, but I don't think it's gonna be long though.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot of names I had been up with. BBLA.
There was a new guy, Mikey. Where did he go?
Mikey Cena?
Yeah, Mikey Cena.
Mikey Rule?
We don't talk about Mike.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't
what
talk about
happened?
Mikey Cena.
What happened?
I don't know what happened to Mikey Cena, to be completely honest. No, with Mikey Rules though, we won't even talk about it. We won't go
Yeah, I was
into
about to say Mikey Rules, but I was like, oh wait, bro. It's either you're old and you just leave the community, or you're old and you get canceled. You got to pick one.
He got canceled.
Jeez,
Yeah, man. That's so weird.
I'm hoping for the rest of us we just get old and leave and not get canceled.
Right, bro. Bruno Damon was the big. But I was shocked.
I didn't even know about that story. I didn't know about that story till like last week.
Controversial, because it's like some people think it's wrong. Other people are like, well, I mean, it's not really that bad. I'm kind of like, I mean, if you get canceled, you get canceled. I'm surprised I haven't gotten canceled for anything.
I think we should cancel Dragoon next.
Yeah, fuck Dragoon. Bring back the egg, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
We should cancel Richard Rage. Like, what are you talking
about? Oh yeah.
Well,
bro, he's been canceled
Richard
enough.
Rage.
Yo,
he's been canceled enough. God damn.
Honestly,
I don't know what the hell this dude does.
I think FRW, and we're keeping him relevant because he would have been canceled, bro. He would have been canceled.
Bro, why, bro? What the hell did he do that got him like outed?
Richard is a cool kid. He's a cool kid, but he doesn't be saying stuff, and it's just at the wrong time or wrong place, and he just gets himself outed. Like, I don't know, but
was he one of those like he said the wrong thing and then he tries to defend it, and then it's like
no, he doesn't even try to defend it. He just takes it. He's like, oh fuck.
But this man's really like, but this man literally says, yeah, black people are cool at a KKK rally. And I was like, oh wait a minute.
Bro, you should see him and his brother. Him and his brother. I don't know if you remember his brother Blaze, but it's just their relationship is so funny to me.
Why? What's their relationship?
Because like even in 2021, I think when they both came back, like Blaze, it was just constant him flaming his brother every single day. He's like Richard, you get no bitches, and in front of the whole group chat, and everybody.
God damn.
It's great.
Have your brother confirmed that shit?
No,
this man really said you get no bitches.
No, it was crazy.
Bro, what the hell? I'm so glad I never had any of my relatives.
I remember when Kenny had a match with Dreddy Kirkuri in RSWW. AJ, I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, Dreddy Kirkuri, wasn't he like your main champion? And then I came in, and I think Dragoon or somebody messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I need you to humble this guy."
Yeah, that was me. Cause I think that was like the middle of RSWW, and he's starting to get a little over the top. So I'm like, okay, I need somebody who's gonna teach him a lesson, and you did that for me. So thank you. I posted it. It's on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And I even brought back like the God for it because I was like, oh, okay, I'll do this. I'll do it. I'll humble him for you. I'll be nice.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, I honestly was like, oh, I should probably attend, and then I never came back, and I was like, oops.
I don't blame you.
I think I came back like once or twice.
Honestly, I don't remember. Everything RSW, I forgot. I forgot.
Anyone else that needs to be humbled that's watching? Nah.
All right, sure. You can humble.
Y'all remember Mist Robbins?
Yep.
Oh God! Oh my God! I try to protect that kid from. I'm still mad about it. Because imagine trying to protect somebody. I know he's a little younger, so you try to protect him. He just keeps fucking up over and over. Dumb shit. It's like, damn, but I was sure in the DM is literally me saying, "Yo, you gotta be careful, bro. Like, you know, people gotta come at you." He's like, "Yeah, I get you, Dragon, I get you." And then he goes to some racist shit again. It's like the third time, miss. Come on.
I know, like I felt so sad too because it was like, you know what? The first time I lost to him, I was like, all right, no way. There's no way this is the final score. And then we had that next match, which was a lot closer. It actually scared him because he thought he was gonna lose.
He was so good. I was gonna build his character and everything. He was so. It was so fun.
He had the potential. Like
I hate that. I hate that shit.
He had the potential, and he threw it away just to like drop the hard R because
that's why when I build somebody up in FRW and they just leave, I hate that. Like Zombie Lashley, he just left, and I hate that.
Exactly.
Shit, I hate that shit so much, man.
That guy was on
Zodiac
building up, and then
no, it wasn't
Cena.
Zodiac. Like we built Zodiac up, but it's like he made it on the league. But he did his thing. I think he won the FRWC like once or twice, so he did his thing. But Zabi, I think Zombie Zayn. I don't know. I don't know. He owns like I don't know. Who he owns IEW, but he just left. I was building for like a month, and he just left. I don't know, man. Kind of sucks. I hate that shit.
I know you've put a lot into building me.
You owe the guys your own thing, so I can't say that.
No, I was gonna say like that's one of the greatest things though. And everybody listening, everybody who is going to listen, please listen to me real quick, okay? Dragoon is not the type of person who's really just gonna say no and like deny you straight up. Like he's gonna try to work with you. I've literally approached him on some shit. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay." Like like
I trust you because listen, as long as I don't have to sit through a 10-minute promo of everybody booing, then go ahead. Like, just have fun. Like, we get on this shit like twice a week for what? To have fun. I'm not here to fucking yell at nobody. Like, let's have a fun time.
Yeah, just do your shit.
Like,
man.
you're like, yeah, man. It's like
it too seriously.
like Kenny, how old are you? Like 20, 21, 22?
I'm 20.
I'm 20.
Yeah, it's like I'm not about to be
I'm not
20-year-old
22, but I'm the same age.
off Roblox. Like, just have fun. That's like
wait. What was your birthday again, Ken?
July 21st.
Dude, mine's July 20th. I remember telling you that. I remember telling you that one time. Like, I remember like back in Skype, me and him were texting. I was like, "What was your birthday?" It's like it just randomly got brought up, and I remember like saying like, "Oh, that means I'm just a whole day older than you." And then I was all like, "Yeah, I'm superior by 24 hours."
I would have never known T-Black was older than freaking A. Kenny.
Bro, a lot of people think I'm older than I am.
I thought you were like damn near 25 at this point.
Yeah, I know. People think I'm old. I started later, pro wrestling later. But yeah, a lot of people think I'm much older than I am. I think part of it's because I have a kid.
Yeah, that works too.
I think that's kind of part of it. They're like, "Oh, he has a kid. He's got to be older."
You know who keeps popping in my mind from RWE? I think it was like 22. It was Matt Havoc.
Oh yeah, Matt Havoc. I remember him.
I don't know. His name just keeps popping into my head. I
I
remember he left like mad early.
Yeah.
A couple of years back, like I think like 2 years ago, Matt created an alternate account and messaged me on Roblox. It's like, "Hey, I know we left on some bad tension and everything just went into a mess. I just came to say like, I'm sorry for all the drama we made and all the arguing and all the stuff that happened. We just start on a fresh plate." And I was like, "Yeah, definitely. I'm not one."
What's funny is
it's just like I don't know how, but like me and Matt bumped heads a lot back then. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, actually, I remember that.
I think one of them.
What's funny is I don't remember any RWE like real life like actual what's it called situations. Like I don't remember any feuds or whatever. Like in actual like real life.
Like out of kayfabe.
Like yeah, out of kayfabe. That's the word. I don't remember any of that.
Adrian, do you?
The last thing I remember.
Snowden, Montana.
Snowden, Montana. Yeah.
Yep. I think me and him got into it.
Snowden got into it with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I would never get T-Black and the Wolf. That was that 1 month period was a time, man.
That it wasn't that bad. I still think Wolf is a GOAT for bringing me into real wrestling and showing me RWE and booking me. And I made my way up to the hardcore title my first year.
Yeah, shout out to Wolf, man.
Actually, my first 2 months, I think. It was really fast. My rise was fast, but then it went all downhill.
Yeah.
But then,
shout out to him, man.
Became a Fed owner. You know, that's really where it crashes there.
Yeah, that's it. Lord Nick, the previous owner, handed me the keys. Well,
wait, can you fill me in on that? Because I wanted to know for years. I never how did it come because he was reset, right?
Yes. Yes, recent.
So like, how? Like, tell me, how did it? Like, he just said, "Hey, Cad's red."
N-
Because RW was around since like 2009, right, or something like that.
2009.
I seen some videos. It's like
That's near like the start of our wrestling.
That can't
I
be.
know because I remember.
Look,
I remember when I was a kid. I see some YouTube videos. It was like, all right, I'm probably gassing it. But I don't know. But it was really old.
it can't really be 2009 because it's hard to say because sword fighting wasn't even a thing.
Yeah, like, maybe after that.
I think there's a couple of cat going on around here, but I remember sword fighting got a lot of stuff back in late 2008. So it might have, and someone just morphed a clean and with a sword. But I want to say that real wrestling did not start at 2009 because sword fighting was barely a thing.
I wonder what was the first Fed.
I don't even know. It got to be a WWE.
Oliver.
It's got to be a WWE. Yeah, I remember. Adrian, do you remember Fort?
Yeah, I was just talking about him earlier.
Yeah.
Who?
I actually met him in real life.
You did. Damn.
Yeah, I met him. Yeah, I met up with him.
It's awesome.
Dragoon, do you remember Fort Boyard 3? He did the lighting for NGW.
NGW.
Wait, can you like say what's his name again?
Fort Boyard 3. He did all the lighting for NGW, like Spec
Fort
X.
Boyard 3. Yeah, I definitely remember. That rings a bell, but I don't
Yeah.
clearly remember. But yeah, what about him?
I think back in the time when I were in RWE, I kind of butted heads with him for a little bit, but then I didn't think much of it. I think he was way older than me. He was
Yeah,
T-Black's Little Trouble.
He's older than me.
Shit, I was like, I wasn't gonna think much of it.
T-Black's Little Troublemaker.
I knew I wasn't the perfect. I definitely knew I was far from a good standard, I guess. I don't know. But
yeah.
I knew I had room to grow and work on stuff.
Well, I mean, everyone's got room to grow. You're never perfect.
Exactly. I knew that was in the back of my mind. I was like, maybe if we just keep going, then until the day reached where the RWE doors were locked, and I wasn't the one that locked it. I was like, okay, that's it. That's that.
Yeah, that's that.
That's that.
What am I gonna do about that?
RWE had some great memories, though.
What a fun time.
That's good. I mean, at least all that mid booking didn't go to waste. Like,
I was gonna say the booking wasn't always the greatest. We can all admit that, but also like it wasn't the worst. There were cases where we were kind of like, "What the hell is going on?" Need I remind you of the Gift of the Gods Championship and how we all clowned on it?
Honestly, I didn't understand that at all. I'm not gonna lie to
you. I remember messaging Jay on this. I was like, you know what? What's a good name? We were throwing around some good names. I think the Universal title was replaced with a Triple Crown title.
Yeah, wasn't it Master J who you were talking to?
Yep.
Yeah, Master J was also in KO Squad who ended up holding. Bro, KO Squad held a lot of gold at one point.
Yeah.
It took over my company.
You're not the only company who we did that to, man.
God damn it. We got Rob Dragon and he didn't do jack about it.
Well, I mean, I was your main champ and your hardcore champ at one point.
But no.
Until you got beat by Jerberg.
I think
you got beat by Jerberg.
I think that was Jerberg.
No, Gerberg did it, but I won it back, and I think it was for the hardcore as well. Until
I don't think so.
No, I did. Remember, because what ended up happening was I beat Gerberg for both belts, but the next show I dropped the hardcore belt in favor of just having the world title because I didn't want to hold both.
I think I remember that.
I don't know. I just remember like I had more championships than the active roster.
Yes, you did.
Man, I was just happy to be there. I was happy to be there every Monday and Friday.
At least freaking Dragon enjoyed it. That's all.
Dragon, at least Dragon wasn't the one who got targeted by KO Squad.
Honestly, if I was a little bit older, maybe I would be saying the same thing Adrian was saying, but I was just a kid hopping on his freaking Mac every day with an egg on his head.
Yeah.
Adrian, I had plans for Jay. I was gonna build him up so big to be the ultimate.
Are you talking about Jay Blood right now?
To dethrone the great Adrian Black, but Jay Blood never made it through that cell.
Wait, we never got a Jay Blood versus Adrian Black rivalry?
No, we never had a rivalry.
Oh, I gotta make that happen.
I was trying to build him up.
I gotta make that.
I was trying to get Jay to break through that cell like Goku over here.
Because Jay is great at segments. Yeah.
But he never got through it. He never made it to the expectations.
Yeah, I gotta make it happen.
Jay, I will admit, me and him could have some amazing segments. Because, like, I've seen his work, man. And I have to say, I would love to work with him. Like, just a 1v1 feud. But my only concern is the match.
Yeah.
Exactly, man.
I wish he was better at freaking clean, because I feel like he'd be so good. Like, I'm talking about throughout the whole wrestling community, like, because his segments, like, he's great, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, like
freaking Jay.
I feel like.
Go on.
Oh, okay. I feel like in United, I had this stable called Death Riders. It was kind of my replacement for KO Squad because KO Squad had just ended, but I wanted to help build some talent. So I said, all right, I'm gonna start a stable. I'm gonna call it Death Riders. Death Riders. I had taken the inspiration from The Walking Dead, from the Saviors, and I was Negan. And I actually really enjoyed doing it because I got to be the Adrian Black that I am now. I will admit, I haven't really ventured into it. I never really was this overall brutality type person that I was supposed to be. I will say, on a previous storyline, when it came to me versus Assassin, I didn't realize what the actual goal was for a little bit. I was like, wait, what's the point of this again? I was like, where are we going with this? And it was
honestly, Jay said he wanted to build up somebody, and I gave him Assassin, and he did a good job. He did a great job because Assassin, he might not be the best clean, but his character definitely is. It's good. Like, I love it.
Definitely reminds you of Jay back then.
He definitely
perfect gimmicks. They had the tools to be the perfect baby faces.
Do you see what Jay's doing here now? You see how like the storyline with him and Jay now?
Tie with Elise.
I feel like sowing the seeds because I already know at some point. I know this is gonna happen, so this isn't a spoiler. We all know it's gonna happen. That eventually it's gonna boil down to Assassin versus Jay. Like eventually, like it's gonna happen. It's just the natural order of things. Like,
he put him in a dog collar last show. Like, come on, it's gonna happen.
I tried to untie it.
But I feel like one of the things that was really great that wasn't like the overall like pinpoint. I feel like it kind of was one of the pinpoints, but it wasn't like the overall spectrum of it. Was the fact that I kept saying that Assassin was Jay's bitch.
I'll never get the first promo you had. You let him talk. You let him talk for you.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest, bro. I didn't really know what to say. I was kind of going off of my whims.
I PM'd to Katie. I'm like, yo, just go with it. Like, just do something. Like, you know what to do.
I was like, out. Bro, literally mentally, I was like, "Fuck you, Dragoon," and then I was like, "Fuck it, all right, let's do this." Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
I remember that. I was in that commentary. I was
and those are my favorite kind of wrestling.
After I was like, what? I got invested, but I was like, where y'all going with this?
I know. I didn't realize that he was actually having me. He said, "I want you to help Assassin with this promo." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I'll whisper him. I'll tell him what to do." Boom. No. I'm now backstage. Huh? What do you mean?
Let me tell everybody how to become Dragon's favorite wrestler. Do a freaking promo on the fly, and I will love you forever and ever.
Oh, me and AB did that.
Literally, this dude put me backstage. It hit my music. I'm like, fuck. Okay, so I'm now walking out to the ring. I'm walking out to the ring, and in my mind, I'm like, fuck you, Dragoon. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know how I'm gonna do it. But fuck you, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna do it. Like if it sucks,
He's
it
saying all
sucks.
this. He's saying all this in his mind, and meanwhile, I'm on the mic saying, "The Dragon, Adrian Black."
I know. He's introducing me. He's hyping me up. Yo, it's the Dragon. I'm like, fuck you. You're the prick.
Honestly,
Like that's what you are.
When Adrian first came, I had to keep referring to him as the legend because I feel like these young kids did not know who Adrian was. So I'm like, oh god. So I had to keep saying the legend instead of the dragon. But we're back to the dragon.
Assassin, we're talking about when I had to come out when we started our feud, and I came out. I didn't realize that I was actually going to be cutting a promo with you. I thought I was supposed to be helping you with the promo. Like I was supposed to help give you like a few tips. That's what
I can imagine like Adrian's like, yeah, this is good idea. Poof.
I'm also backstage. I'm like, oh fuck me.
I must say, thank God Jay was there because Assassin knows himself that he's not the greatest at promos. So if Jay wasn't there, it would have been him. I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's why I wouldn't focus on Assassin all the time. I'd focus on Jay because I knew if I had to talk to Assassin, something was gonna go wrong. So I was like, no.
Yeah.
Point out that Jay talks for him and keep making Jay talk. Make Assassin look silent because Assassin won't say anything. Assassin won't speak. Like he's letting Jay do all of it, but I'll keep calling out the fact that Jay's talking for him.
That's why I like Assassin too. Like he wanted, like he wasn't like one of those kids who just kept talking. Like he knew it. He knew what was going on. He just let Jay talk and it worked.
Yeah, like if you're not that great at promos, you know what? Sometimes what you need is somebody to talk for you, and there is nothing wrong with that.
And he's only 13 too, so it's like
like embrace your strongs and your weaks. If your weak suit is promos, learn. You might not get it, but make the attempt. But while you do that, have your Paul Heyman. Have that dude who can cut promos, learn from him, look at what he does, look at how he reacts, look at how he feeds off the crowd, how he reacts in a certain situation with a certain exchange of words, any past things that happened before or things that happened in the past but don't need to be brought up because there are things that happened in the past that do not need to be brought up. I don't need to bring up the fact that I beat Jay at NGW because that has nothing to do with FRW.
Yeah.
What does have things to do with FRW was RWE because they tied together from T Black being here and kind of in this managerial role.
Yeah. I never understood why people do that. They're like, oh, I beat you in PCW. I'm like, oh okay. Okay then.
But yeah, that's my big thing.
Not a promo.
I'll only ever do that if the feds are actually really tied together. If they're literally like almost existing in the same entity as each other, then I'll do that. That's why RCW and APRW I would treat as the same thing. They existed in the same entity. They constantly crossed paths with each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of like canon legends, if you know Star Wars and stuff, or just canon and the expanded universe of anything.
Dragon Ball,
whatever Dragon Ball has. Things that happen within the actual story, and then things that happen in like this alternate dimension that has nothing to do with this story. That's kind of how you have to look at wrestling and the federations that differ from each other.
Yeah.
Like, if I did Adrian Omega in a Fed and I beat Jay Blood and now all of a sudden I'm the Dragon Adrian Black here, I'm not going to mention that Adrian Omega beat the shit out of Jay Blood in this different Fed because that doesn't make sense. Why am I going to bring that up? These aren't the same person. It's not.
That's why Pody was messing me up with that because at the pay-per-view he was Pody freaking Daniels and the next day he's Pody fucking Omega. So it's like,
Pody confuses me. Okay, I don't think Pody's first language is English.
And no, it's not. And that's why people were trying to come for him. I'm like, yo, can you chill out on him, please? First of all, he's Italian. First of all, everybody. So, and he makes it work though. He does his thing. So I love Pody.
He makes his thing, and you know what? I am never gonna rag on Pody for not being the best at promos or anything because you know what? There is a language barrier. English is a difficult language to learn.
And you know what? I told people that first of all, his broken English is 10 times better than half the promos y'all could ever do.
I know,
He
like
sounds badass when he's doing it.
like
He's like,
sometimes a broken
I
English
beat
promo,
you.
yeah, sometimes a good broken English promo just shows the character of who he is. And I think, you know what?
Yeah.
I think Pody, the one thing that really drives him back from being this star is not skill or anything. It's his character switches. I think what Pody really needs, he needs to embrace the fact that he can't speak fluent English. I think he should be doing a character who does not speak English. I think he should do a character that actually either speaks his native tongue or tries to speak English but doesn't necessarily do it correct because it fits him. Like that is
I tried to do that, and he was like, I also made a message. I messaged him like, yo, I love you, Bodie, but you got to stop with the gimmick changes because it was fucking me over. One pay per view got a gimmick, and the next it's like I didn't know what to do with it. So I told him that, and like now he says he's gonna stick with Pody Omega. So I'm hoping that it can elevate to the next level.
Yeah, that he really does stick to it, and that's my.
He's really good.
Yeah, I hate it when people keep switching gimmicks. Like when Pody can't win, I was supposed to face Pody Omega in the hardcore match. Which, by the way, forget who bet money on that. Don't bet on me in TD matches, you absolute buffoon, because he hasn't stopped saying you cost me $5.
First of all, that match wasn't gonna happen, but freaking Zod wanted to leave and get mad, so I had to freaking get Adrian and Pody.
Yeah, which you know what? I'm happy to do stand-ins. Like if I need to do a stand-in for something, screw it. That's what my second match with Mist was. It was a stand-in because his original opponent didn't show up.
Your FRW run has been really fun. Now that I think about it, you've had a lot of memories made.
It's about to get really more fun though. You know what I'm saying?
like I'm looking forward to what's gonna happen in FRW, leading up to Kingdom at War and after Kingdom at War, because I've already spoken about something that I want to happen and to do. So, not saying what will happen. What?
Wait, what?
I'm not gonna say exactly what's gonna happen or spoil anything. All I'm gonna say is like we definitely have plans for after Kingdom at War. I don't think anybody's gonna fade into obscurity, and that's something FRW I think has done really good with. It doesn't really let people fade into this obscurity that you would see happen in APRW and RCW, where you're just getting random 1v1 matches and nothing is happening with them.
I hate that. I hate that shit so fucking much.
Like you have the talent, use them.
Mm-hmm.
Like make your shows.
I said the last podcast, people actually get mad at me because they say I focus on story too much. But once again, if I wanted to get on fucking Roblox for 2 times a week and fucking click, I would. I don't do that shit. Not anymore.
If a story can be anything. A story is literally anything of which you make it. A story is not defined within its own little terms that you have to follow this script. Literally, a story is what you make it. Okay, I ran over T Black with a car. Okay, how many stories are you seeing people run over each other with cars? How many of these things are happening? Like a story where I came out, I didn't even realize that I was going to be doing it, where I had to cut a promo on Assassin, and all of a sudden it became like, who's the darkest person in FRW? Like, who is really sadistic? Who is really this dangerous force? And by the way, I think that I'm having fun with me being the scary figure. I think it's quite funny sometimes.
It's cool though, because when you first came, you weren't that scary figure. You were just a wrestling legend who came to FRW, and now you just went down this little scary path, and now you're on the rampage, and I love it.
Yeah, and that's what my Negan character was. But my Negan character was more charismatic, but he would deal out hard justice the minute he had to. It was like that false sense of security. Where somebody's like really friendly and you feel like you can confide in them and like, you feel like you're safe, and all of a sudden he just flips the switch and he's hitting you with a barbed wire bat.
I gotta get the J Black versus Adrian Black segment.
Like that's what my Negan was, and that's why I loved doing it so much. I had a situation in Death Riders where we had one person wasn't really showing up anymore, and 2 of my tag members had lost a match. This guy had nothing to do with the match. I told them that failure would not be accepted. I was the Intercontinental Champion, and I was doing.
I remember that. I was there.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And this was one of the original members that I did this to, by the way, because there was Xenix, Jinxie, and then Albert. And then
Wait, is this when they lost the tag titles?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was actually proud that they even won the tag titles. So Albert had nothing to do with the match. In fact, he hadn't really been showing up that much. And I said, failure will not be accepted, and there's always a punishment. So I grabbed the bat and, make you think I'm going to hit one of them. No, I fucking bonk Albert.
He got so mad. He actually got real mad.
No, actually,
that was funny.
That was planned. Albert knew he was going to get bonked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Albert, because Albert was doing his own thing.
Wow, good
But
Albert, I thought he was for real mad.
Albert knew he was the one getting out. I've totally done that before when I haven't told people certain things because I want their genuine reaction because it'll look better. I've totally done that
all
before.
the time.
Yeah,
I do it all the time in the whole thing.
Like oh yeah, by the way, so talking about raw reactions sometimes. Let's talk about when Assassin and Jay had to attack me because he talked about it earlier, but you weren't here. So,
oh yeah,
they went to attack me, and originally I was gonna be like, okay, maybe they're just gonna like pin me in a corner and like.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't realize that they were actually gonna like try to like attack me, and I was trying to hold out for T Black to come save me because I didn't want to. I didn't want to make it seem like, oh, now I'm weak because there's two people. But I also didn't want to make it seem like, oh, they're weak.
Let me tell you something. My biggest fear was that, because Jay, he's a little older, so he knows what to do. I don't think he was going to attack you, but my biggest fear was that Assassin wasn't going to get it, and that he was going to go attack him. Like, oh shit! So thank God that T Black.
Do you want to know what the funny part was? It was actually Jay that hit me first.
Really?
It was Jay that hit me first, not Assassin. Jay hit me first, and so I was like, "So, you've chosen death."
The beginning.
No, I was like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
I PM'd. I'm like, all right. I'm like, go to the stage, then go down the ring. Do not attack him. I guess I didn't get that part, but it all worked out.
Fucking Agent threw a punch, and then Jay was out cold. Jay.
Wait, did I come out?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I came out in that segment, right?
No, you did. You came out.
Yeah.
You said, so you think you can like attack me or whatever? They came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stupid bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking Blazuka Okada makes he owns me now. Like we're just good friends. Like, what happened, man?
Yeah, I will admit I'm having fun with what we're doing right now. I really do look for an FW. Yes, we did see your message, T-Black, or I saw your message. I know.
Yeah, I see it.
If everybody looks at the timestamp, this has been going on for 2 hours and almost 10 minutes.
A really sucky thing, Adrian. I work Saturdays. Yeah.
You work early shift?
Yeah. Well, no. I do. It's always in the mornings. It's just 5 hours and then I'm out of there. It's not that bad.
Fair.
But it's like it's physical and like
it's
I
like
can't
my
mess up.
job.
You know what I mean?
Don't worry. I have shipping and receiving job, and my job is really physical. I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. To get out of the house at 5 a.m. to get to work for 6 a.m. And then the whole day I'm basically busting my ass. I'm lifting boxes, like cutting up boxes. I'm lifting fixtures and furniture. I'm moving them.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's my whole day. I come home and I am tired and
tired.
And like, I know what you mean. By the way, if anybody is paying, my voice has now hit the point where it's like at this weird raspy deepness.
ASMR.
Yeah, this is kind of the point where people are like, "Oh my god, he has such a nice voice." Like I think this is the point where it gets like that, and it usually only gets like this when I smoke, or if my throat is dry.
Well, maybe act up, let me stop.
Yep. This will definitely not be the only episode you're gonna be featured on because I think everyone will enjoy this and is enjoying this.
We got to promote this. We can't be having. How many people watching right now?
Yeah.
5.
I won't be able to upload this immediately because I gotta go to bed like right away.
Yeah.
After this is shut down.
Yeah.
But Thank you so much, Kendrick, for all that good
Thank you, Kenny.
storytelling.
Real quick before we hang up, I do want to just shout out, to everybody who sees this, because I'm going to be spreading this around to everybody.
Yeah.
If you're watching
We
this,
need to get like 40 views on YouTube.
yeah, I was gonna say real quick, if you're watching this, please do attend FRW. It's a great Fed. Dragoon is a great host. T Black, they'll work with you. If anybody in FRW is looking for other Feds, me and T Black already talked about this. I highly, highly, highly recommend. And actually, Dream Killer, I believe, is somebody from this Fed. MWCW. I'm the world champion there right now. Check them out as well. They do not run on the same time slots. They don't even run on the same days. So they're not going to run over each other.
What's it called? NWCW?
MWCW.
Midwest Championship.
Midwest
Run that,
Championship
y'all.
Wrestling.
But
Yeah.
y'all
You
better
heard the
watch
dragon.
out because I'm looking for some title reigns, so I'm not gonna show no mercy. So
I might even bring the egg
eye
back
out
for
on
that now.
Hell yeah. It's a great Fed. I seriously recommend it. The hosts are great. Alex Mars, he's a good friend of mine from way back actually. Sinew and me just had a match at their first pay-per-view when somebody else was the chairman. It was a great match.
Yeah.
Seriously, they'll look out for you. They'll, they work a lot like AEW where they have records, kind of like a singles and a tag record. And as your record gets better, they're going to look at what to really do with you. Like right now I'm 8-0. So,
Heck yeah.
yeah, but
Who's gonna beat the streak, I wonder.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Exactly.
But definitely check those two Feds out.
We all know it's gonna be me.
Shut up, Eli.
Get him out of here.
No.
We're signing it off.
End the stream.
Goodbye.
End the stream.
Goodbye.
End the stream.
Before we end, I shall sing a beautiful song with my
No,
sexy.
end it.
Oh no, no.
Are you ready?
Kendrick, just leave.
Are you
ready?
ready?
Yeah. You have a minute and 30 seconds. That's all
I'm here till the end of the stream, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
Do the song.
We're waiting.
Okay. I'm gonna just pick this one.
You
Ready?
have to get the lyrics on screen.
Here we go.
Can't do that.
I can't do this? No?
No, you can sing, but I can't put the lyrics on this.
Yeah, he can't edit it because it's off of Twitch.
Yeah.
The beat Deborah doo doo doo.
Sing it, you idiot! Come on. Tell me, yeah.
Wait, I can't hear him. I can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
No?
If you don't just start singing.
Yeah, right now.
Just start singing, bro. Let's go.
Fuck, I got an ad. I hate ads.
Did you just say he has to nut?
No, he said he got an ad.
Oh.
Alright, I'll start singing.
Fuck, I got a nut.
This is in tribute to Lucas. Are you ready? Let's go. Yeah.
Whose song is this?
Don't be swept away.
Oh God, my ears.
The time has come to claim it.
Ready, move Oliver.
He sounds like Frieza.
Oliver, don't listen.
Darling, is it too late for me to
Oh, this is Lucas Insanity. Oh, okay.
Makes me. And every day I guess the sun.
Bro, why'd you sound like
In the shadows.
And it will be the one to die alone. But if me,
What a
Mom
great thing.
spaghetti.
I and I will be the one to
Do you want to know what a really great theme is? My old original theme. The one with the intro.
Whoa.
Let me see the old thing. Whoa.
I'm gonna sing Assassin's theme song next week. So yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
Hey.
Christ.
Next week I'm gonna sing his theme song. So you ready? Be ready for that. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Next
next
time
week.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Next week, we're gonna have an Axxess. It's not really supposed to be anything special. It's just something we can do for our excitement for the next day. Because next Saturday is Kingdom at War. Write it down.
Honestly,
Everything's gonna be
before this game,
crazy. And
I don't know how the theme thing is gonna work. The audio thing is gonna work, but I'm up on grades.
we'll be chilling at the
Commentary
Axxess
on this?
place, and y'all be able to ask us any questions. Like it's gonna be like an open interview type of thing. I don't
Indeed.
expect a lot of people showing up, but you know,
I
we're
mean, for
just gonna
those who
be
do show
chilling
up,
there.
it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we're just gonna chill there, have some
Yeah.
fun, maybe make some matches at a little thingy. It's gonna be like inside like a little warehouse type of thing. You know what I mean? There's gonna be the merch.
like a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored by Aquafina.
Oh,
Aquafina!
hell yeah!
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
So be
Yeah.
able to spread the words.
Spread them.
We're gonna
Spread 'em like them cheeks.
And
I knew
then,
somebody gonna say that.
yep.
Spread them. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah, what I'm saying. Yeah.
Next week
Yeah.
is gonna be
Yeah.
the first week of Dream getting the new hosting ready, like the new rookie show. Dream Horizon's gonna be starting at Wednesdays, which is the main show. Friday,
Yeah.
the Axxess show, and then
Yeah.
Saturday, Kingdom at War.
Oliver, would you like to say goodbye to these
Yeah.
people?
All right.
Would you like to say
Come
goodbye?
on, Oliver.
Come on, Ollie. Oliver.
Oliver, speak. Be nowhere forever. Hold your peace.
He's like 5 months, dude.
Let me tell you something. When I was 5
No.
months,
Okay,
I
that's
slayed-
it. Goodbye.
I slayed planet.
Bye,
Brother
bye,
AJ.
Ollie. Bye, everybody.
Brother AJ is
Bye,
a goat.
everybody.
Brother AJ is goated.